They want to punish teachers for telling the truth. They want to criminalize educators for supporting LGBTQ students. They want to turn classrooms into cultural war battlegrounds. And I'm sorry to be vulgar, but Donald Trump and his cronies can all the way off.
Hello good people, hello friends, hello family, guys. Welcome back again to my channel. Now, the warning is very clear. And it is coming from the inside Trump's own base, you know. White Americans and farmers who once supported Donald Trump are now warning America to be so careful because Trump is going to destroy that beautiful country. These are not liberals or outsiders. These are former believers who are now finally speaking out the truth. They have watched promises collapsing, debt rising, and the nation's future is crumbling. And what they are seeing now is an economic disaster in making. So guys, I want us to watch some clips together, then we come back and talk about how farmers and some white Americans are warning other Americans to be so much careful with Trump's administration. So let's dive straight, watch these videos, then come back and have a talk as far as this topic is concerned. And of course, if you're watching this for the first time, if you're watching this video for the first time, or if you're here for the first time, guys, please subscribe and leave us a comment in the comment section. Let's dive.
Donald Trump wants to destroy not only the city, but the country, and eventually he could destroy the world. If Trump returns to the White House, you can kiss these freedoms goodbye that we all take for granted. And elections, forget about it. That's over. That's done. If he gets in, I can tell you right now, he will never leave. He will never leave. You know that. He will never leave. What does that mean? Is that the country we want to live in? Do we want him running this country and saying, I'm not leaving, I'm dictator for life? I hope this new ad campaign reaches outside the bubble to remind supporters of what a danger he is to our lives. This is not a threat. This is a reality. I love this city. I don't want to destroy it. Donald Trump wants to destroy not only the city, but the country, and eventually he could destroy the world. We New Yorkers used to tolerate him when he was just another grubby real estate hustler masquerading as a big shot, a two-bit playboy lying his way into the tabloids, a clown. But this city is pretty accommodating. We make room for clowns, but not a person like Trump who will eventually run the country. That does not work, and we all know that. He got the most religious evangelicals to applaud a sinner who bragged about sexual assault, and who, just a couple of blocks from here, a jury found him liable for sexual abuse. And on January 6th, rallied an angry mob to threaten democracy, leaving death and destruction in its wake. That's the tyrant he's telling us he'll be. And believe me, he means it. When Trump ran in 2016, it was like a joke. This buffoon running for president. No, never could happen. We'd forgotten the lessons of history that showed us other clowns who weren't taken seriously until they became vicious dictators. With Trump, we have a second chance. And no one is laughing now. This is the time to stop him by voting him out once and for all. We don't want to wake up after the election saying, what, again? I don't mean to scare you. No, wait, maybe I do mean to scare you. If he gets in, I can tell you right now, he will never leave. He will never leave. You know that. He will never leave. This is not a threat. This is a reality.
Not to take too much of your time, can I just show you this video? This is for my black people, you feel me, my liberals, my Democrats, white people who have actually put in the work to deconstruct the racism that they've been indoctrinated to believe was normal. This video is for you guys. Just watch it. Just watch along with me, please.
I don't support him. I don't like him. I think he's a corrupted leader.
I like these videos.
And yeah, it took me a while to come to that conclusion, but I finally am coming to it. I do not like the guy at all. the first thing for me was he didn't release the Epstein files. They're even acting like they didn't exist. And of course they're sending Israel and Ukraine all of our tax dollars, just like the numbnuts of the forum did. Putting America last. And now he's blaming the beef farmers for the price of beef. Hey, I'm not biased, man. He talked a good game. He tricked me. I was fooled. I admit it. Okay, now let me tell you how bad I think this is, though. This is really this bad, guys. I want y'all, if you're a Christian, I want you to get into Revelation 13:3, and I want you to read that verse. Yeah, about the Antichrist, about the one who was fatally wounded in the head. Then he was miraculously healed, and the whole world marveled at him and said, no man can make war with him. Yeah, I do think that Donald Trump is that beast of Revelation 13.
My thing is, if this is really what you believe, if this is honestly what you believe wholeheartedly, I think that this is what you gotta do, right? I don't feel like there's any words anymore. Just
fight back! White man, 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 fight back!
You feel me? You see where I'm going? Because my thing is, I've been seeing a lot of these videos. I've been seeing a lot of these videos on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, you understand? And every time that I see them, I just can't help but think the obvious. You know, like, y'all know what the fuck to do. You know what to do. Like this video, for example. Just
my medication, it runs $20,000 a month without insurance. I make $800 a month. Oh, that will kill me. That would kill my friends.
Damn, for you and your friends.
Would kill millions of people in this country if they lose their health care.
People tried to warn you. You understand? I just feel like all you gotta do is just a simple 1, 2.
Man, fight back! White man, fight back! White man, fight back! White man,
That's all you gotta do. Why aren't y'all doing it? Can you do it, please? Can you do it? Like this date? Thanks.
Just a couple weeks ago, the Trump administration killed a very popular and vital program with the U.S. Department of Agriculture that actually provided billions of dollars so far to purchase food from local farmers to give it to both food banks and local schools. So, basically, by killing this program and stripping this funding away, that, by the way, back in October when Biden was still president, they allocated another $500 million to the program. And for the record, the program was actually started by President Biden as part of the American Rescue Plan enacted in the year 2021. So Biden put this program together that provided billions of dollars over the years to local farmers, fed hungry kids at school, gave food to food banks. Farmers were making profits after suffering under Donald Trump's trade wars during his first administration. And this administration came along and said, nope, we're not doing that. And now farmers across the country are sounding the alarm bells because that funding that they had received and assumed was going to keep happening made up as much as 35% of their incomes. So not only are we now saying hungry people are going to starve, hungry kids at school are going to starve, local communities are going to lose that economic activity, but now these farmers who had made significant investments in their farms are telling us, I'm screwed now, and I'm probably going to go out of business. Because here's what happened. This is what these farmers are saying. When this money was promised to us, what did we do? We bought more land. We bought more livestock. We planted new and different crops. We bought more machinery, and farm machinery is not cheap. And they didn't have the cash immediately, so of course they financed these things. And as the money comes in from these programs, they're able to pay those loans each month like everybody else does. And that money is now officially immediately gone. So these farmers are now saying, I can't pay, the loan on my tractors this month. I can't pay the mortgage on this property that I bought. I can't pay the lease on this property. I am about to lose everything because this program is gone. Oh, and by the way, when I lose everything, I have to shut down. When I shut down, the food that you eat disappears.
America is about to get really gross, because I can already see that Trump is emboldening people to fulfill their hateful dreams. Being an average, normal looking white guy, it puts me in a room with a lot of white people that feel safe around me. And when they feel safe, they say the craziest shit. So I have a good idea of the type of vitriol that they hold towards groups of people that are not like them. Trump does a great job of normalizing racism. Anything that Trump can label as woke culture is going to be targeted. In his speech today, he targeted DEI, which is just a dog whistle for black people, and then he targeted trans people. When the president of the United States is normalizing these things, other people are going to feel like it's normal to do these things in public. So we are going to see a lot of freaks out there that are going to feel comfortable saying insane things in public. I will not be surprised if people are aggressive towards minorities because Trump is making that okay. He has members of his cabinet talking about, if you see immigrants, call us, let us know, be snitches. Part of the issue is the people he is emboldening is white people, and they have the ability to kind of be violent with no repercussions. And they are so good at playing the victim card, so if somebody decides to clap back at them, they are just going to say that they were targeted. And when the entire police, military, government is all right-wing freaks, there's really no answer. And I would guess the comments on this video will give me a good example of the freaks that I'm talking about, because we are not even on day one. It only gets worse from this point on.
US News won't show you this, but I will. The president of Germany just issued one of the harshest warnings about Donald Trump yet. In his speech commemorating the 80th anniversary of the end of World War II, the president of Germany just said that Trump's policies represent an epical break from global democracy. He did not hold back at all. He's accusing Trump of wrecking alliances, cozying up to extremists, and basically tearing apart the post-World War II rulebook. This isn't coming from the radical left, from Twitter trolls. This is Germany's head of state, warning the world that Trump is pushing democracies to their edge. When the president of Germany is saying that Trump is breaking the world order, we should probably listen. And in Germany, it's a bit different. There's both a chancellor and a president. In this case, President Frank Steinmeier's job is not just to be a politician. His job is literally to safeguard democracy's values. But hey, what would Germany know about ignoring the dangers of rising extremism, right?
Yet again, he's busted. We have the photos, we have the videos, we have the receipts as Donald Trump sends his ICE Gestapo, his personal military force, to terrorize Americans in big cities, big towns, small towns throughout the country. I want to show you what's going down in the United States of America right now to document the current state of this country and to show you people throughout the world what's really happening here as the Trump regime is disappearing people to concentration camps, trying to kill people in the street, kidnapping people. There are war crimes being committed on the street. We see kidnappings of children, handcuffing, zip tying children just happened recently. I'm going to show you some videos there as well. First, I want to show you as Donald Trump's ICE Gestapo, they raid Canal Street in New York City. And you'll see right here what it looks like, in Manhattan and Canal Street the other day when they had this militarized force walk through these streets where there's lots of street vendors and then just start beating down on people, attacking the community, terrorizing people in Manhattan. Here, play this clip. I just want to show you this moment right here. This is from Wilder, Idaho. You'll see here 3 small children literally are running to escape an ICE raid in Idaho. They managed to find their family, and you'll hear the boy say, "I didn't get caught, Mommy. I didn't get caught, Mommy. Nobody got the handcuffs on me, Mommy. Nobody got the handcuffs on me." What happened was that ICE agents raided family night at La Cathedral Arena, a family-oriented picnic event that included children as young as 5 years old. I want you to watch as the children run away from the ICE agents and hug their parents. Here, play this clip. I'll just share with you what went down here. You'll hear from a 6-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 14-year-old who escaped ICE as they were trying to be kidnapped and probably thrown into concentration camps. ICE pointed a gun at, and these are all U.S. citizens, by the way. I got to mention that. U.S. citizen children brutally kicking and punching their mother and their family members in front of him, but the kids managed to escape. You'll see a 6-year-old say, I saw snipers on the roof. They were going to shoot me. An 8-year-old, I saw soldiers and I was scared. A 14-year-old, they put a gun to my face, then point the gun at my mom's head, and they said they were going to blow my mommy's head off. This is what's happening in the United States, America, across our country right now. Here, play this clip.
I saw the sniper up a roof, and he was just like standing, ready to shoot cars. And then what else? I saw helicopters flying, one helicopter and a car, and also soldiers. And what did you see? What else happened? I saw my mom with handcuffs, and it got me scared, and I saw soldiers, and all of the people went on the truck, and they had to cancel it, and I was shaking, and then my arm was shaking, my arms, my legs, and then I started crying. And they're like, get out of the truck, get out of the truck. And I was sitting down in my truck, and then they pulled out a gun, and they're like, get out of the truck. So that, of course, I'm gonna comply with a gun is my pointed at me, and then they tackle my mom, start kicking her, punching her. Her ribs are all bruised, shoulders bruised, everything. Tell her, point a gun to her head, say that they're gonna blow her head off. And they get everyone's groups formed, like with their family. They cuff everyone besides the little kids. And I have bruises from them. Okay. Yeah.
I'll just show you this other clip right here from AM New York as ICE agents raided Chinatown's Canal Street on Tuesday afternoon. You'll see as the community members, after they're brutalizing people on the street, the community gets pissed off. And this is exactly what ICE wants to, this is their goal. They want to try to get the community pissed. And then they want to say, oh, I guess we got to bring in the military. Now we're calling in the National Guard, as they're the ones terrorizing the community. They're the criminals. They're the war criminals. Trump and his regime are the war criminals attacking our cities right now. Watch what happens as people in the city are pissed. Here, play this clip.
You guys gotta chill. Can you chill? Go, go, go. Public street, man.
In this next video I want to show you, this is close to where I'm from right here in San Fernando Valley at a Home Depot. ICE agents raided a Home Depot in the San Fernando area near Foothill Boulevard around 10 a.m. Eyewitnesses say at least 3 people were taken. Bystanders were pissed. In the video, one man calls out the agents, telling them they should be ashamed for laughing, mocking, and detaining their own people. You're brown, he shouts, and you're proud of this? This is shared by San Fernando's Sun. Good stuff right here in terms of them being able to capture what's happening. Citizen journalism at its finest. Here, play this clip.
What are you guys doing? Hey, no, I need to go to work. Hey, close that door. You guys don't have the right. No. Guys, seriously. Dude, come on, man. No, dude. Tente. Hey, dude. Talk to him. No, you guys can't do that. Hey, what the fuck are you guys doing? Please, dude. No, I speak English, man. I don't need you to fucking degrade me like that.
Do not impede arrest.
You two, what the hell's wrong with you? You're brown. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I'm not.
Why not? I speak English, asshole.
Listen,
dude.
They made contact with him. He has
No,
docs.
you guys should be ashamed, dude. Seriously,
relax.
what the hell's wrong with you?
Relax.
I am, dude. How can I be relaxed when you guys are taking people? What the? Hey, you what? You what? No. You said you what?
Hey,
Take off your mask. No, you just said you'll slam me. You just said you have candy. What's wrong with you, man?
Come on over here, bro, but don't get too close.
You're telling me to come on over there, but don't get too close? You're contradicting yourself, dude. Dude, what you guys are doing is awful. I am relaxed, dude, but what you guys are doing is awful, dude. It's horrible. Dude, you guys are disgusting, dude. You guys seem like you're proud of what you're doing as well. You guys seem like you're proud of what you're doing. You guys are terrible, dude. I'll stand right here, and if you do stand, go ahead. I'm not. Look, my hands are here. Look, my hands are right here. That's why I need to move a little bit this way. I need to go right here so that I don't get ran over. I'm right here. I'm right here. You guys approached me. I was over there with my truck.
What's wrong with you?
Dude, take off your mask. Take off your mask. You guys are pussies that won't take off your mask.
Folks, you need to watch this video to the end, and you need to interact with it. You need to leave a comment. We need to boost this as much as possible. And this is your own warning. There's going to be cussing because I'm fucking mad as hell. I am telling you right now, Republicans are intentionally working to drive up inflation and intentionally working to cripple our supply chain. Right now, Governor Abbott here in the state of Texas is forcing the DPS, which is our version of the state troopers, to stop every single truck coming out of Mexico. Every single truck, and do a safety inspection on it. What they're doing is they're backing up shipping for dozens and dozens and dozens of miles. Normally a Mexican driver will bring a truck over across the border. They'll drop it at a depot, and an American driver will pick it up and drive off. They usually do about 4 a day. They can't get one through. They can't get one fucking truck through. They're backed up for fucking miles. Why? Because they want to drive up inflation. They think it's going to help them in the midterms. They want to cripple our fucking supply chains because they think it will help them in the fucking midterms. They're doing it on purpose to hurt you, your family, your wallet. This isn't being covered in the national media. All the national media wants to talk about is inflation. But they don't want to fucking talk about why it's fucking happening. You have to look at local Texas media, Houston, fucking El Paso, Laredo. Laredo's the largest land port in this country. And they've got it backed up so goddamn far you can't even see the end of the goddamn line. These are the sorriest motherfuckers in the world. Republicans are traitors. They don't give a shit who they hurt, who they fuck, just so long as they can get some power. I'm telling you people, vote blue in every election.
So 6 Russian officials were on Russian state TV, and they were talking about the United States and what's going on right now. It was just recorded. One of the men said, then they mimicked Trump by saying, I will be in charge of the total destruction of America. And the men all laugh. This is Swan Lake. Trump is playing the black swan. The men giggle. Trump, pum, 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 to a drum beat. The man laugh again. A book will be written about the black swan, and it will win the Nobel Peace Prize. The men bend over in laughter. And this is crucial. It looks like the end of the global system is coming. The system that is 50 years old. It's the only thing we can agree with Trump on out of everything he said. With respect to tariffs, it's hard to tell which way it'll go. There's only one thing we can say for sure, and this man says it gleefully. The price of goods will certainly go up in the United States. Trump was so concerned about the value of the dollar, but there is no need for the dollar anymore. This is America's last hope. So Trump is looking to marginalize and isolate, stealing Greenland, Canada, and the canal. Dear comrades, you have to live long enough to see this. What restoration of factories? He says with a firm voice. This takes decades to build manufacturing. In conditions of a lessening stream of immigrants on top of that. Who will work in these factories? The men all mumble in agreement. Americans would rather die than work in these factories. The only way out of it is robots. They will build robots and the problem will be solved, right? And it'll be solved in months, Trump will say. And the men laugh. This is total buffoonery, says another Russian official. What we are observing is an event of historic proportions. If you look at the economy, it was developed over centuries, from which humanity has developed. The first and most important was the system of trust. With what Trump did yesterday, he destroyed that trust. It seemed like some things were unshakable. In reality, a movement, a monument should be erected after him. This was a major blow against the system of capitalism. He is replacing it with thinking he can make everyone his servant. Like this system of economic trust is something to be conquered, like training a horse and giving it your name. And the men laugh.
Can we talk? You see, there's a lot of discourse on this here app. Mainly these Southern women deciding that they want to start lies and spread lies to rage bait us into doing all these think pieces when we already know what the deal is. They are throwing a temper tantrum because black women are unbothered. We do not care. There's nothing that you can say or do that is going to get us out of our rest era, because that is what we have collectively decided to do, and we've pulled our black men along with us, because at the end of the day, they also know where home is, okay? But anyways, I digress. While we're doing all of this, why everybody's in, up in arms about Trump's cabinet picks, we are very, very worried about what's happening on our soil. But as somebody who has been a producer for 2 networks, did it ever occur to you, or did you ever wonder why none of our allies have congratulated that man on his win? Did it ever occur to you that the only allies that we have seen since the election is Canada, saying that they are limiting their number of immigrants that they're intaking in America? I hate to tell you, but we are immigrants in Canada. But that's a civics lesson for another day, and it is obvious that some of y'all have not been educated, and it shows. But anyways, that's besides the point. And then you have Scotland having an emergency parliament session because they're trying to figure out what the hell. Now, I know many people have short memory. But in 2020, when it was certified, or when it was called that Biden would win the presidential election in 2020, France was celebrating, London was celebrating, Australia was celebrating, the whole world, all of our allies were celebrating. Because for once, they got a sigh of relief because they understood the assignment. They have been working under a Trump administration before, and they were tired. The fact that they are very quiet right now should concern everybody. It should concern everybody, okay? Because the same way that Americans can mass deport people and have all of these grandiose, downright prejudiced plans, these people got the same exit polling that we did. And you better hope when you're going over to Dubai for summer vacation, or Venice or Australia or wherever you people like to go, you better hope and pray that they don't just assume that because you are white that you'll vote for that man and treat you differently. See, I don't think that y'all really understand what time it is. This election isn't just about America. It is what America is saying to the rest of the world. We are 248 years old. We have seen other empires fall, other democracies fail. Yet we have been this shining example of what could be. And this election has just took a major step back in that lesson that Americans preach all the time. That big old Statue of Liberty that we see all the time, that all these tourists want to come and see, like that, it was a beacon of hope that you could be anybody, come from anywhere, come here and, you know, make something out of nothing. Thanks to black people and their free labor, okay? Because again, America is a stolen land built by stolen people. I won't ever let y'all forget that. Not ever. But anyways, I say all that to say, while we are worried about these Southern women making little light threat videos, run up, get done up. To all these white men that's talking about your body, my choice, run up, get done up. That Second Amendment law worked both ways, sweetie. It worked both ways. Because we don't have any strict gun laws, anybody can get one. But anyways, I digress. I don't condone any violence. But what I do condone is truth telling. And that is what we're going to be doing from here on out. So please, as you all are enjoying your daily coffee, your errands, your rest era, we in for a long, bumpy ride. That's all I got. Okay, bye.
Now guys, welcome back. Now, farmers from Iowa are saying that they voted for Trump because he said he'd save American farming. But instead, he killed their exports. And now, they can't even pay for their loans. And the former Trump supporters, the small business owners, are saying that Trump told them that he's a businessman. But how comes that everything he touches ends up in chaos? Even the economy is now crumbling. What about the rural workers? They're saying that they thought that he'd bring jobs back to America. Instead, their factories are closing and prices are skyrocketing. And therefore they say that Trump really played them. What about the white economists? They're saying that Trump's trade wars, reckless spendings, and political instabilities are a recipe for financial collapse. And the warning signs are everywhere. Rising national debt, unstable markets, farmers defaulting on loans, small towns losing businesses. Wealth inequality is exploding. Trump's American First sounded patriotic, but it was economic poison. His policies hit working class whites and the rural farmers the hardest. And the trade wars cut off the global buyers, a tariff raised production costs, and subsidies failed to cover the losses, and families are now buried in debt. Farmers admitted that they voted this man out of anger, and now they are paying for it with their own livelihood. He said that he'll drain the swamp, but he built a golden one for the rich. More financial instability, more chaos that ordinary Americans can't afford. And therefore, those voices are not the enemies of Trump, but they are the victims of his broken promises. Now, the irony here is, as the economic pain spreads, many Americans who were once blamed or ignored are now quietly watching events unfold. And the communities who were once targeted and criticized during Trump's rise now see this as a turning point for the country. But they are not celebrating anyone's hardship, but they recognize the irony that the same anger and division that once threatened them is now tearing through Trump's own base. It's a powerful reminder that economic collapse doesn't choose sides. Eventually, it hits everyone, everywhere, anytime. And their message to America is simple and urgent that Americans should be careful and not to fall for the show again. Trump isn't coming to save the economy, but he's coming to finish the economy totally. Farmers can't pay their loans, imagine. Workers are now losing their jobs. While the rich is thriving, the middle class is collapsing. And right now, America is standing on an economic cliff, and Trump's leadership could push it over to the edge. And they are warning Americans that they believed the lies once, but they should not make the same mistake again, because next time, there might be no recovery. Guys, what do you think about this video in the comment section? And of course, if you love this video, please subscribe and follow for more and more videos like this. Thanks so much, guys. This is your brother Fred from the motherland.